was a name change at some point. Eastern Shore shooting that one away. It's now another race for it. That intended shot gets deflected into the corner. Eastern Shore coming back on the counterattack. Poked away by the West Kings Wolverines. Eastern Shore. Another race for it down. West Kings Wolverines zone. Carrying out in front. Backhanded shot. Can't quite get through. Shot. Couldn't quite get through. Eastern Shore now with it at the blue line. That shot goes all the way through. Rebound, loose in front, still with it now. Another shot turned aside by Ferguson. Another race for it. Eastern Shore trying to put pressure on the puck carrier. It works. They send it in deep again. Dumped in again. Oh, big bounce out in front. Lucky for Eastern Shore, no Wolverine was there to get it. Here comes a race for it. Almost gets around his man, was able to direct the puck towards the net, but with no power, easily sent aside by Ferguson. Eastern Shore. Ooh, that one deflected off his teammate. Wolverines now trying to push it forward. Here they come on the counterattack. Held up at the blue line by Eastern Shore. Here comes Wolverines again. Shot turned aside by Petit. Both teams fighting for it. Wolverines come up with it. Again, Eastern Shore, they like to play a good smothering defensive game. And again, if they realize the point totals that they need at this stage in the first period, that's not a bad decision. You got the early goal, but here comes the Wolverines trying to break through. Good job. The last second, take away the breakaway. And here come Eastern Shore the other way. Shot saved by Ferguson, the rebound. Swallowed up for a face-off. Face-off now. Out in front of Ferguson and net. It's a battle for it. Eastern Shore dumping it back in. They need to get back on side. Wolverines. That's a high cross-ice pass. And that's going to be a penalty. We'll see if it's a trip or is it a knee. We'll see what the decision is. It looks like that's number... hard to tell if the wrinkly jersey, so I'll just wait until timekeeper puts it up on the score for me. But now the Wolverines have a great opportunity to try to tie the period. That's number 74 for Eastern Shore. That's Tyler Linthorn in the box for tripping.
Eastern Shore penalty to number 74.
Wolverines
Tyler
now.
Linthorn, 2 minutes for tripping.
On the
Time of
attack.
penalty, 9:48.
Etheridge with it. Etheridge trying to create some space, passing it off over to Scoville. Scoville. That centering pass out to nobody. Here come the scoot. Here come Eastern Shore coming the other way. Wolverines with it now. It's Elliott with it. Elliott carrying it off, passing it off over to Tringle. Tringle sends it back down low. Centering pass, loose in the blue paint, cleared aside by Eastern Shore. Wolverines still fit, centering pass. Can't get the shut off. And able to clear the zone is Eastern Shore, but a penalty. Looks a bit it behind the play. And just like that, the Wolverines have tossed aside their first power play advantage. That's 16, Cohen Elliott in the box. Face off, going to be happening in Eastern Shore zone. Oh, but it's two players being sent off, so it's offsetting Miners, so the power play going to still stay up there. Again, neither of these teams you want to get in penalty trouble in such an important game. Centering pass, shot. It's the body in front. Another shot can't get off. That one going off in behind the net. Back up to the point. Point shot. Hits the body in front. Loose in front, shot and score! Wolverines tie it up. And we'll wait to see, I think that's number 17. Tanner Etheridge getting the goal in that one. Tying this one up. See here, that shot, first shot doesn't get through, it bounces right over to Etheridge. Does a good job finishing that chance. Again, we're only 6 shots here in the first period, goal apiece.
The penalties to Eastern Shore's number 89, Cohen Conrad, 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. And to West Kings, number 16.
Now we're back
Cohen
to even
Elliott,
strength.
2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of those penalties, 8:46. West Kings goal
again,
scored by number
if you are
17,
Eastern
Tanner
Shore,
Etheridge.
you need to start pressing
With
again.
assist to number 22, Antoine Tringle.
You need 2 period
24,
wins.
Killian Holloway.
As a good shot by Eastern Shore, turned aside
on the power
by
play.
Ferguson.
That's Etheridge from Tringle.
Eastern
Holloway.
Shore sending it back up to the
8:23
point. Another
on
shot
the
by
power
Ferguson.
play.
The rebound somehow stays out. Puck going all the way down. Icing waved off. That one, I think he got touched. It's a bit offside, so we're going to have ourselves another face-off. Again, it's very key for Eastern Shore to get the 2 period wins if they want any chance. Just simply securing the game win isn't going to be enough for them. Unlike the Wolverines. The Wolverines, you just win this game and you're in. As the battle now continues behind the Wolverines' net, West Kings is the team that comes up with it. West Kings can't quite clear the zone. They finally do, banking it off the boards. That's 88. Cohen Conrad sends that one up to Garber, but now it's a battle for it right along the blue line, right by the bench. Eastern Shore comes up with it, but they have to retreat. Back over to 11, that's Isaac Fry. Back up to the point. Shot. Blocker to side. Eastern Shore. Eastern Shore still with it, but the puck gets knocked off. I should say the net gets knocked off its pegs. So now the linesmen and refs will Get that one back in there. 6:14 left. We will have a flood here after the first period. And then we'll have 2 periods of pretty much straight hockey to decide who will be playing in the semifinals. Who's going to have their chance to call themselves Timber Cup champion. Puck sent towards Ferguson, and again, that stuff isn't going to help anyone. We'll see how the refs balance this out. But again, it's the last thing you want for if you're either team. You're playing for your tournament lives. I understand it's intense, but in overplaying your intensity, you don't want to end up costing your team a chance. And it looks like it's just going to be offsetting once again. Oh, or not. Penalty box still open for the West Kings side. Someone is going to have to go in the box for the Wolverines. So just like that, Eastern Shore gets the extra advantage. Right now, it just seems to be a game of musical chairs. They're trying to decide who goes in the box to serve, I assume, the extra 2. Now we got it all sorted out. That's number 8, Avery Lincoln, officially on the board. As Eastern Shore, quick face-off win. That puck I'm pretty sure that puck went up into the netting, but the ref's letting it go on. Back over with it is Eastern Shore. Eastern Shore getting that cycle going. One-timer. It's a body. Rebound save. Puck still loose back up to the point.
Avery Lincoln, 4 minutes for head contact.
And the net is off.
An Eastern Shore penalty to
so that's going to be another face-off.
Keegan Garber, 2 minutes for roughing. Time of those penalties, 6:09.
But, yep, a double minor for head contact. And 2 for roughing. 1:32 left on the power play advantage. Good face-off win by Eastern Shore. Again, another shot going high and wide. Got both teams digging for it. Both teams trying to come out with something. I think Wolverines content to just kill off some more time on this penalty. Both teams digging and fighting for it. And it looks like another penalty coming through, a cross-check with a frustration boiling over for one side, and I think that looks like Eastern Shore just gave up their power play as the frustration of the Wolverines holding that puck along the boards boiled over. And as I was saying, you can't let the frustration, you can't let the intensity overtake you. Otherwise, this entire game is just going to be a parade to the box. But now we got ourselves some fun 4-on-4, some open ice left to go.
Eastern Shore penalty.
Eastern Shore
Luke O'Connell
with it now behind their own net.
Time of the penalty, 5:07.
Eastern Shore cycling it in back and behind, but that one jumps over his intended target, Wolverines, to have it picked off. Here comes Eastern Shore. Again, they really need that point. That dump in right against the linesman and stays out. It's shot back, icing waved off. A few seconds left here on 4-on-4. Eastern Shore trying for the long pass. Whiff on the dump-in attempt by the Wolverines. It's another race for it for Eastern Shore. They come up with it. Wolverines, though, pushes man off the puck. Eastern Shore With it now, nifty move, can't maintain possession. Both teams now fighting for it. It's now a power play for West Kings. And now Eastern Shore almost taking a page at the Wolverines playbook and holding it all along the boards to kill some time. But here comes West Kings. Wolverines coming in, trying to create some space is Elliott. Eastern Shore, though, able to gain possession, and they're going to send that one all the way down. Wolverines, a little careless with the puck, and now Eastern Shore going to have a chance to delay them further. Just a few seconds left on the man advantage. It's Tringle with it. Tringle carrying it all the way up. Tried to pass it through, but deflects off a skate. And that'll do it on the man advantage, but now the one defenseman back has a man on. Smart decision there. Play it all out and along the boards. Eastern Shore sends it over to number 91, Luke O'Connell. Luke O'Connell fresh out of the box. Kicked aside by Ferguson. Wolverines trying to push it through. They successfully do, but still right back on the stick. That's Cohen Conrad. Now it's Luke O'Connell fighting for it. Sending back deep. Eastern Shore trying to get to it. A little bit of collision there. Wolverines, though, able to intercept it. West Kings can't get it all the way through. Tringle trying to fight to maintain possession. Here comes Eastern Shore the other way. Eastern Shore now if in the attacking zone, cross-ice pass, bouncing puck, couldn't be settled for a shot. Now it's just directed at net, sitting in front, turned aside by Ferguson. Wolverines just gonna clear this one. And now it's a race for it. Wolverines win it, icing waved off. Good hustle there from 16, Cohen Elliott. Knew his teammates needed fresh legs out there, so was able to beat out the icing call. Long pass, kicked away by Colby Troop at the blue line. At one, kicked away by Eastern Shore. Here they come again. Cross-ice pass to no one. Back over to Luke O'Connell. Back up to the point. Some space, a shot, turned aside by Ferguson. Still with it now. Eastern Shore back down in along the boards. Eastern Shore can't hold it in. That's going to be sent in, but again, with this dirty ice, not enough power to make it all the way. Final minute here. Wolverines fighting for it. Wolverines can't maintain possession. A centering pass. Eastern Shore finish. Shot. Save. Rebound. Scores! Eastern Shore. 31 seconds left on the clock. With the game and period lead. That's number 13 for Eastern Shore. Bailey Karsten leading the line. Good work there by Eastern Shore late. Ferguson makes the first save. Right at the doorstep, though, was Karsten. Good work there.
Eastern Shore goal.
By Karsten.
13, Bailey Karsten.
That's exactly what you needed if you're Eastern Shore.
Time of the goal, 31 seconds.
Wolverines don't need to be in panic mode right yet.
31 seconds.
Again, the Wolverines a bit easier job. Just have to win the game. So I think they're content to give up a period loss. As long as they don't let the game get away from them. 12 seconds left here. Face off in the attacking zone for the Wolverines. West Kings can't hold the zone. Sending offside though. That one deflects up and out of play. But the final horn will go. So, if your Eastern Shore was looking a little bit desperate there, but you did earn yourself the first point you need. West Kings Wolverines, though, still a lot of hockey left to play. Both of these teams still have a chance to make it to the semifinal. Don't go anywhere. We got 2 more exciting periods of hockey here at the Timber Cup, brought to you by MC Media.
Welcome back for the second period of play. The West Kings Wolverines and the Eastern Shore Coyotes.
Hello everyone, welcome to the final game here in the round robin at the Timber Cup, brought to you by MC Media. CJ with Francis on the call on this one.
Yes, sir.
We're ready to go here. It's a big game. We brought in a second voice.
Here we go.
Here we go, big period here. Eastern Shore, again, they got the 1 point out of the first period. They're on their way to getting into the semifinals. They need another period win as well as a game win. But if you're the West Kings Wolverines, you need the win. As simple as that. As that one, high bouncing puck played off by the goaltender. Here comes Eastern Shore. Right back on the counterattack. Wolverines trying to cycle it through, coming out in front. Shot! What a glove save!
What a start.
Bobby Ferguson, that's one of the hardest shots I've seen in the tournament, and Ferguson staying tall on that one.
You have the Eastern Shore team tripling their shots, and then you have the Wolverines start with that great chance. Here we go.
I think Eastern Shore, I think their coaching staff's well aware and told them, hey, it's not just the win we need the period, because each period start, they've come out aggressive.
Absolutely. I'm going to watch for that big line for the Wolverines.
Yeah, Wolverines have the big line there. And here comes Eastern Shore. Again, they know they're a more defensive style team.
Yeah.
So it's a bit strange to see them play so aggressive offensively, but they've been put in this situation. Here they come again. It's 91, Luke O'Connell. That one, it gets in through the bodies. Good job by Ferguson.
The O'Connells and the Conrads definitely playing a huge part for Eastern Shore.
Yeah, those are the big two tag teams, you could say.
Big size, lots of skill up front.
And the Wolverines, Antoine Tringle, their captain. He's always all over the ice.
That's right. Difference maker for the Wolverines.
Here they go. Wolverines trying to carry up. Good job by Eastern Shore holding the zone. That one's that deflected side. Ferguson carrying it out. Good job by the Wolverines. They could have a 2-on-1. Here comes West Kings. That one taken away by Eastern Shore. Back onto the sticks of West Kings. Here they come again. Eastern Shore pushing hard. Good job. All fanning on the clearing attempt. Eastern Shore still trying to hold the zone. Point shot kicked aside by Ferguson. Ferguson having to make a lot of saves early here. Wolverines trying to clear the zone. Puck under the fallen skater. The Wolverines able to clear it through. Petit comes out. Leaves it for his skater. Both teams now running after it. Tringle trying to send it through at the net. Still with it now. Centering pass. Couldn't be settled. Kept in at the blue line. Wolverines cycling it around. That one's going to go to 14. Hamilton. Back to Tringle. Tringle gets by one man. Still with it now behind the net. Still with it is Antoine Tringle. Tringle still carrying it through. Finally gets beat, but good recovery there by Etheridge. He has the puck taken away. Once again, Eastern Shore powering it through. Wolverines, though, able to send it right back in. Eastern Shore fit now. Content to wait a little bit for something to come through. Finally get it out, able to bank it in off the boards. Wolverines do a good job, though, sending it right back. They're trying to get these skaters stuck outside, unable to make it to the bench for the long change. Eastern Shore has their pocket picked. Sent out towards the net, a bouncing puck going just wide. Eastern Shore still with it. That one sending it wide out. Whoa! Don't quite know what happened there. I think everyone thought there was an icing.
I think so too.
But Eastern Shore skater just comes flying in and nearly catch Ferguson sleeping.
All that ozone time for the Wolverines couldn't capitalize. Wolverines breaking out.
Yeah, here they come again. It's Tringle. He's been out there for a while. I think he hasn't had much left on the gas, and it's a blown tire. Might be a partial break. And again, I think both teams having a little trouble dealing with the fresh ice after playing the period on the dirty. We'll see how it comes. A hard shot, can't get through all the bodies. Eastern Shore again can't get through the bodies. Try it for a third time. Again, the bodies in front. Finally gets out past the blue line. Tringle was headed to the bench.
It's a long shift for Tringle.
He was out there a very long time. A quick shot, good glove save by Ferguson.
I think both teams are going to appreciate a little break in play here.
Yeah, it was a lot of continuous play. And I think that was by design by Eastern Shore. Or West Kings Wolverines, I should say. They really wanted to hem Eastern Shore in the attacking zone, and they did, but didn't really come away with any good chances.
That's right. Face-off won by the Coyotes here.
Eastern Shore trying to maintain possession, but they have it taken away. It's Wolverines. Good move there by Johnston. Create some space. Tried to dump it in. Eastern Shore doing a good job holding the blue line. That one now finally dumped in. Looks like Wolverines just content to get some changes in. Here comes Eastern Shore once again. Wolverines coming back on the attack. That one cycled in behind. Goaltender just chooses to leave it. That one now played up along the glass. With it now, Eastern Shore. Bouncing puck. Both teams now fighting for it. Coming, another battle in the corner. Centering pass out to no one. Eastern Shore now going to have to regroup at their own blue line. They tap that one in to avoid the icing, as some players need to go for a change. And here come the Wolverines. Big hit, open ice there to cause the turnover. Dumped again on Ferguson. Ferguson going to cover up for a face-off again. Probably going to see a lot more cover-ups here in the long chain.
Definitely a change in tempo from that opening shift. 8:58 to go in the second period. Teams kind of feeling each other out right now. Not a whole lot going on. Lots of play in the neutral zone.
You got to wonder, maybe the nerves are starting to kick in. Maybe they didn't fully know what the situation was going in, but they just came out of the intermission, and maybe the coaches sat down and said, here's the numbers, guys. Here's what's going to happen.
That's right.
Here's the results we need, and maybe they're going to be thinking a little bit too much.
Still lots of time left. 8:56 in the second. Whole period to go. I think the best is yet to come for both teams here.
And the Wolverines come up with it off the face-off. That one dumped in. Eastern Shore with it now. Clearing it off the glass. Maybe with a chance here for a 2-on-1. Here comes Eastern Shore. Shot. Blocker saved by Ferguson. The puck stays up in the air. Corralled by the Wolverines. Big hit behind the puck. Eastern Shore now getting right back on the counterattack. They know they need to press. Here comes Eastern Shore. Wolverines cycling it along the boards. That one just out of reach of his intended target. Icing waved off, though.
Conrad to Conrad.
The connection continues to go.
The Twin Towers.
That one just deflects. We'll see what they decide to do. And the skater decides to keep it up. Oh, that one goes off the skate. Here come the Wolverines right back on the counterattack. Graham fighting for that one, sending it all the way aside to Elliott. And now it's Eastern Shore who comes up with it. Eastern Shore looking to carry it up. Nope. Oh, couldn't maintain possession. Puck gets pushed there, but it gets pushed offside. It's another dump in. That one is going to be for icing. Puck going all the way down to the other side. Again, it's I don't think from the few games I've seen with Eastern Shore, I'm not used to them having this many shots.
Absolutely. Almost at 20. Wolverines still looking for their 5th shot on goal. Obviously, fatigue has got to be a factor. Second game for both teams.
Yeah.
The pace is slowing down quite a bit here.
It's been I assume it's been a long day for both these teams getting the late game.
Yes.
And it's also going to affect if one of these teams makes it into the semi, they got an early morning tomorrow as well.
Less time to rest compared to the other teams.
Yeah.
Definitely a big factor.
We'll see how that plays in. It's now the puck out of the Wolverine zone. Eastern Shore. Oh, that puck takes a weird bounce off the man in front. Second attempt able to clear, but that one's probably going to be another icing. Back down the Eastern Shore side we go. As it looks like West Kings putting some big guns out there. I see Tringle coming on in the ice.
Etheridge, yeah.
Maybe hoping to take advantage of some tired legs.
Those big guns looking for a shot on goal. Maybe the tying goal for the Wolverines.
Get the period win as well. Could go a long way. It's securing just the 2 points West Kings needs to push Yarmouth out of the final semifinal spot. Here comes Eastern Shore. Continuing to move it through. Good job there. Take it away. Here comes Tringle. Tringle coming in. Leaves it for Etheridge. Etheridge shot. The rebound cleared aside by his defenseman.
Great play by Tringle, finding the high guy in the slot.
That one, I think, just a step offside. So having another face-off. So there's West Kings' biggest chance so far in this one.
See if the Wolverines find some rhythm here in the middle part of the second period.
Yeah, Eastern Shore's done a good job of kind of keeping the West Kings stuck in their own zone. But again, haven't been able to come away with that goal. They need the period win.
That's it.
And here, West Kings goes again. Can't quite muscle him out. Eastern Shore trying to direct the puck towards the net. Gets it taken away. Held in at the blue line. Trying to hold it. Now it's just being pushed along the boards. Centering pass. Good job to take his man down. Eastern Shore still maintaining the puck in the offensive zone. Going to cycle it down back behind. Another big battle along the boards. Tringle's the one who comes up with it. Oh, no, excuse me. That's not Tringle. It's number 25, Smith, on that one. It's another battle for it in behind the net. Eastern Shore again doing a good job keeping the Wolverines trapped. Centering pass. Almost deflects in, and that one goes right into the wide open door for another face-off.
Both teams playing some very disciplined hockey in the second period after some,
yes,
I guess I would say some questionable calls in the first period.
Yeah, a lot of penalties in that first. Here's that replay. Almost an own goal there.
Wow. Eastern Shore still up by 1.
Still up by 1, but again, it's a tie period. That shot kicked aside by the Wolverines. Good job by Ferguson in net. He's really kept the Wolverines in this one. Here comes West Kings. Trying to get some offense going here. Cross ice pass deflected all the way out between the defenders at the blue line. Wolverines need to regroup. Still trying to push it through. Eastern Shore comes up with it. And now they want to go on that counterattack. That one's going to be offside. Wolverines with a chance. But good puck battle, and the Eastern Shore come up with it. Wolverines tried to cycle it around, bounces off the ref. Wolverines still can't get it. Good takeaway. Backhanded shot kicked aside by Ferguson. Eastern Shore, again, setting that cycle up. Trying to keep it going. Wolverines come up with it. And here they go on the counterattack. Nope, poked away again by Eastern Shore. Dumping it right back in. They're trying to keep these Wolverines trapped. They've been out for a while and haven't been able to make it all the way for a long change. Both teams fighting for it. Here is Eastern Shore at centering pass game. Now it is up in front. Good block. Eastern Shore still with it. Trying to be held in. Just squeaks out past the blue line. Eastern Shore holding the line. One man was able to change. Oh, but now maybe Wolverines finally going to have a chance. Nope, taken away. Wolverines able to switch out 2 players, but they still got 3 tired guys on the ice. But one of the fresh ones is Tringle. Here comes Tringle. Able to buy some time, and now Wolverines finally able to get the fresh skaters on. West Kings now with it on the blue line. Fans on the shot. Here comes Eastern Shore. Eastern Shore carrying it up and through. That's the goal. One of the goal scorers, Karsten, had it taken away. Back over to Etheridge. Etheridge dumping that one in. Wins the chase. Trying a centering pass. That one tries to be directed on net. Can't get through the bodies. Weak pass. Not enough strength. Still held in. Finally able to be cleared.
O'Connell breaking through here.
Here comes O'Connell with some space. Able to draw the penalty, though. Good work there by O'Connell. Able to muscle his way through. No choice but the West Kings player to get that stick up.
2:26 to go in the second period. That's a key moment coming up for the Coyotes.
It's Kylan Holloway in the box for West Kings Wolverines, but I don't think he had much choice on that one. It was either interfere with O'Connell or give up a partial break.
That's right.
So I think that's one of those penalties that the coach isn't going to be too angry at you about.
No, that's right. See that on the replay.
Yep, see here on the replay there. Stick gets up as play continues live. Some space now for Eastern Shore. Shot, rebound, cleared aside by the Wolverines. Collecting it now, that's Colin Conrad. Sending it up. Carrying it up, it's number 7. Connor O'Connell. It's Conrad with it now, sending it over to Leslie. Back over to Luke O'Connell. Luke O'Connell with it now. Carrying it through. Loses an edge and falls down. Good hold at the blue line. Cross ice, one-timer saved by Ferguson. Tringle recovers it. Good glove catch at the blue line. Push through, and that's a trip. And that'll do it for the power play. Petit going to come out to play that one, but again, that was one of those plays that if that defender hadn't tripped his man, that was going to be a clean breakaway.
It's a breakaway from his own blue line in. 1:29 to go. Do the Wolverines have a shot this period?
I swear they do. I don't think the timekeepers counted it.
I feel like
there was that one chance. Again, if it was like 5 or 6, I think that is correct.
yes.
But they did have that one chance early on, and there you see on the replay, it's, a trip that really had no choice but to take.
Here we go. We're going to have some 4-on-4.
Get some 4-on-4 action here for 1 minute and 4 seconds. A lot of open ice. We'll see who's able to take advantage.
Number 89, Cohen Conrad. 2 minutes for
Eastern Shore collecting it behind their own net. Again, they need a period win in order to gain enough points to advance to the semifinals. Eastern Shore trying to regroup. They dump it in for another chase. Another battle for it along the boards. Wolverines with it now, cycling it along the boards. Pushing it again. Eastern Shore doing more great work at just keeping Wolverines trapped in the zone. Quick shot turned aside by Ferguson. Here he comes, cycling all the way through. Another one turned aside by Ferguson. Eastern Shore trying to fight for it. We're back to a short power play now. for the Wolverines. Eastern Shore centering pass, knocked aside by Ferguson. Another shot blocked. That one sent down. That's going to be icing, but with just 6.4 seconds left, not sure much is going to come of it.
Eastern Shore pressing, smart play by the Wolverines. Face-off is going to be important. Lots of time here. 6.4 seconds to get a shot on.
Yeah, but you're going to want a clean face-off win, so I would maybe expect the Wolverines face-off man tie his man up.
Yeah, or just fall right on the puck.
Yeah. We'll see what happens here. Clean win. Shot kicked aside by Ferguson. Tried just to be sent on the net. Ferguson sends it behind. That's a tie period. That's a tie period for both teams, so that brings Eastern Shore's total to 1.5, and that brings the Wolverines' total to 0.5. So now it gets pretty easy. Winning you're in, losing you're out.
It doesn't get much more easier than that. Two very competitive teams going toe-to-toe.
Though, I will correct myself. Eastern Shore still needs to win the period.
Okay.
So they still need to score here. So I hope the coaches are aware that they can't just come away with a win. So even if the score remains the same, 2-1, they're probably going to want to pull the goalie.
That's right. They need
Once
that
it
extra.
gets late, because they need that extra goal. They need that period win.
Wolverines really struggling to generate any kind of offense, especially in that second period.
It's really strange to see a team like Eastern Shore get Wolverines hemmed in their zone for pretty much an entire period and not come away with anything.
Absolutely. Wolverines playing a great tournament. Of course, they did tie Armit today.
Yeah.
Excellent third period, 1-1 after 2 periods of play. Let's see what the teams are going to bring out here in the third period.
I mean, the Wolverines, they got to be thanking their goaltender, Bobby Ferguson. He's kept them in this game.
Absolutely. Certainly we'll look for Tringle for the Wolverines. With the Coyotes, look for the big two up front.
And here we go again. A short power play for the Wolverines. And here comes Tringle. Tringle carrying it in. Tringle with it now. Couldn't be settled. Oh, centering pass. Tringle fanned on the shot attempt. Wolverines still with it now. That shot going wide of the net. Here they come again, Wolverines. Back down low, cross-ice pass deflected away.
Nice active stick there. Even, all tied up at 5 here.
Back to even strength. Eastern Shore now looking to carry it up and forward. Looks like that's number 91, Luke O'Connell. Long shot, high and above the net. Both teams now fighting for it at the boards. Wolverines try to glove it down. Tringle can't clear it out. It's O'Connell now trying to muscle his man off the puck. Good support there by the Wolverines. Puck still, though, held in at the blue line. Both teams fighting for it. Wolverines now behind their own net. Once again, stuck in their zone. That shot turned aside by Ferguson. Tringle with it now. Looking to carry it up. Falls down, and the refs are going to give it to him. So that's a penalty against Eastern Shore. It's the last thing you want to see.
Tripping call coming up here. Despite the Coyotes not necessarily agreeing with that call.
It looked close. I couldn't quite tell if it was just a lost edge or if the stick interfered.
Yeah.
Referee's a lot closer to the play than we are, so
That's
I'm
right.
deferring to them on this one.
Absolutely important power
We'll
play
see
here.
the replay here. You know, with that replay, maybe Eastern Shore has a little bit of an argument to make.
It's a tough one to call.
It's a tough decision to make, but again, you know, if it affects possession, the refs are gonna call it if they think an infringement's gonna change possession. Because you got to think at this point in the game, they're gonna let the incidental stuff go.
That's right.
So here we go, Wolverines now, once again on the power play. Good job by Eastern Shore to clear that one all the way down to Ferguson. Good job to muscle his man off the puck. Centering pass couldn't be deflected on net. Wolverines still with it now. Here comes West Kings. West Kings coming on the attack. West Kings, oh, Eastern Shore player loses it. West Kings still with it. Centering pass. Can't get past the man down. Conrad. Another centering pass shot by Tringle goes wide. Glorious opportunity there for Tringle. Centering pass. No one there to receive it. Tringle with it now. Carrying it through. That shot can't get through the sticks. Pushed away by Conrad. Eastern Shore now with it. Backhanded here. Can't get past the blue line. Wolverines couldn't settle that pass. They still have it. Cross ice. Can't get through the skates. Sent behind the net. Another shot in Petit. Good glove. Flashing the leather there. He hasn't seen a lot of action, but that was a good glove save.
Definitely tough for a goaltender when you don't get that much action. And now you're killing a penalty. 11:52 to go. 31 seconds left in this power play for West Kings.
Looks like West Kings leaving their, looks like a very tired power play. I see a lot of hunched bodies. We'll see. Hopefully it doesn't end up costing them with just a few seconds left on the power play. Wolverines still with it now. Gets by one man. Carrying it through. Centering pass. And Petit able to swallow another one up. And it looks like, no, it looks like finally West Kings realizing there's just a few seconds left. They're going to be swapping out that line. I think that's the right decision. Those look like some tired guys out there.
Not much going on there. Even the passing looked a bit weak at times.
So here we go now in the final few seconds of this power play. Eastern Shore up by one, but if they want to advance to the semis, they need a 2-goal win. That quick shot going wide of the net. Wolverines can't clear the zone.
Back to 5-on-5. Even strength.
So now we'll see if Eastern Shore is able to get back to what they were doing in the second and just keeping the Wolverines stuck in their own zone. That one dumped in. And again, we're coming up on a scenario that I think both these teams don't want, because if it just ties here, if we don't get another goal scored, I believe with my math that both of these teams don't make the semis.
That's unreal.
And it's the Eagle Huskies and the Vikings who advance. So, again, a bit of a desperation for both these teams. They really can't let the score be where it stands.
That's right.
Centering pass. Can't get through.
2-on-1.
Here comes the Wolverines again with some speed. 2-on-1. Shot, score! Tanner Etheridge. Tie game. Period lead. And with that result, right now, if the score stands, West Kings advance.
What a game. What a game. Last game of the round robin. So many implications left to settle. Let's see how Eastern Shore replies.
Eastern Shore, they need the 2-goal win. And if you're the Yarmouth Vikings, you want the 1-goal win for Eastern Shore.
West Kings goal.
I think you'll also take the 2-goal win, but a 1-goal win still gets you the result
That's
you
it.
want.
With an assist to number 22,
What a game.
Saw there on the replay.
Time of the goal, 10-14.
Etheridge. So now we'll see how, if the strategy changes at all for these teams, if Eastern Shore needs to start pressing a lot more. We'll see if West Kings just goes full defense.
You have Eastern Shore tripling the shots on goal. It's unreal.
I think the story of this game will be Bobby Ferguson in that second period. Standing on his head, turning shot after shot aside. Face-off now, though, going to be down in right in front of Bobby Ferguson. He's had a bit quieter start here to the third, but well, the refs and linesmen trying to decide what they're supposed to do. Because now it looks like we're going back down to this. Nope, looks like we're having a center ice. So it looks like some mistake made there on that whistle.
That's it.
So we're just going to have ourselves a neutral zone start. That one off the boards. Eastern Shore. Eastern Shore can't fully get it through. They dump it in.
Icing.
That went a bit too far for icing.
Kind of wonder if the coaching staff for the Coyotes are going to start playing the O'Connells a little bit more. They've been generating quite a bit of offense.
They've been their best offensive players all tournament, but again, still a lot of hockey to be played. You might be worried that they run out of gas.
That's it. Second game, 9:44 to go.
Yeah, there's still a lot to be played. A lot can happen here. And here comes Eastern Shore. Needing 2 goals to advance to the semis. That one flipped up. Eastern Shore tried to pass it up to the blue line. Wolverines able to clear the zone. Intercepted by Eastern Shore. It's Conrad. That one goes off a skate. And then it's Conrad back for it. Plays that one off the glass. And here comes Eastern Shore the other way. It's Mitchell. Mitchell has that poked away. Wolverines now. Here they come the other way. West Kings carrying it through. Back onto the stick of Conrad. And here comes Eastern Shore. Creates some space. Dumped in. West Kings clearing that off the boards. Eastern Shore trying to get right back on the counterattack. Wolverines doing a good job at playing that prevent defense, just not letting Eastern Shore maintain much puck possession. But battle for it. Along the boards, back up to the blue line. Shot turned aside. Eastern Shore sending it back in deep. Centering pass intercepted. And here come West Kings. They got some speed, gets by one man, one-on-one shot. Saved by Petit. Puck goes high up into the air and falls down off the netting for a face-off.
Great rush by the Wolverines. Big save. 7:54 to go.
A lot of hockey left to be played, but you're starting to get into that crunch time. Again, it's a big hill to climb if you're Eastern Shore.
Absolutely.
Again, they need the 2 goals in order to advance. Having only secured a tie in the second period. That point shot gets deflected up, and thankfully for Eastern Shore, back behind the net. Conrad still with it. Can't quite get it through. Good job again by the Wolverines trying to keep Eastern Shore trapped. That one, though, touched offside for another face-off.
The big 2 on D, playing lots of minutes for Eastern Shore here. The Conrads.
Yeah, definitely coming in. It looks like we got number 19, or no, excuse me. Yeah, that's the number 80s on there right now, both the Conrads. Oh, it's a race for it. Weak shot just directed at Ferguson, but couldn't handle it. Back up to the Conrad. Shot goes side. Another shot from the other Conrad. That one also going wide. Third shot can't get through the bodies. Both right now. Puck being played along the boards, just past the blue line. Eastern Shore. Stiff now in front of their own bench, sending it cross ice to Conrad. Here he comes again. That shot kicked aside by Ferguson. West Kings Wolverines. Wolverines still with it. Tringle Dumps that one in. Petit out. Leaves it for his defender. Intercepted. Wolverines dumping right back in. Conrad with it. A long pace. A wrong shot. O'Connell going to win the race for icing. Centering pass. Couldn't be settled. Shot going wide. O'Connell still with it now. That shot can't get through the bodies. Still held in at the blue line. O'Connell with it. Sending it deep, carrying it up. Pushed aside by Ferguson. Both teams fighting for it. Centering pass, O'Connell shoots, save Ferguson. Another battle for it in the corner. More teams fighting for it. Backhanded shot and a good glove save by Ferguson. On that knuckle shot, it looked like it was flying through the air. Eastern
Shore pressing, no doubt. The O'Connell's in the mix of things. Great action in the Wolverines' end. 5:20 to go.
Coming up in the do-or-die moments, once again, if Eastern Shore wants to advance, they need a 2-goal win. That shot going wide of the net. Wolverines just need to hang on for the tie, and they'll secure the victory. Well, as I should say, they should secure the final semifinal spot.
That's it. Nice spots.
That one just played onside. Good defense, though, by the Wolverines. Still with it now is Eastern Shore. Just sends it into a corner. This man ends up with it. Good move to try to create some space. Try to send it in deep. Centering pass, a shot. Not much on that one and handled easily by Ferguson.
Nice play by the Coyotes.
Eastern Shore, I think they're just going to be continuing to swap out O'Connell's for Conrad's.
Seems like it just about. Wolverines playing some excellent defensive play in their own end.
They knew what they needed to do. They got the goal. Now they're playing some defense. Wolverines can't get it by. West Kings playing the puck behind their own net. Wolverines can't quite clear the zone. Being held in by Luke O'Connell. O'Connell pushing it in, centering pass. No one can get the shot off. And here comes another race for it. Good job. He draws a penalty, and oh, this could spell disaster for the Eastern Shore. Great work there by number 9, Logan Johnston. Big burst of speed. He was able to draw the penalty.
It's a big penalty with 3:51 to go in third period. Wolverines are going to be happy. They'll be playing in the O-zone for at least 2 minutes or less.
Yeah, having that extra man makes the task of Eastern Shore, the 2 goals in 3:51, and making it seem more and more insurmountable. Looks like someone's calling a timeout here.
I think the Wolverines are taking a timeout here. Great action, both back and forth.
Oh, it's been a great game. There's 3 potential scenarios that can play out here. Score stays the same. West Kings advances, as well as the, let me double check, the Eagle Huskies, I believe, also would advance to the final semifinal spot. Eastern Shore scores 1 goal. Worst result possible for both these teams. Neither make it to the semifinals. Yarmouth and Eagle Huskies advance.
Craziness, my friend, craziness. Last game of the round robin.
Yeah.
We're down to the last less than 4 minutes. So many implications on the table.
Eastern Shore, if they're able to pot 2, Eastern Shore advances, Yarmouth advances. 3 possible outcomes, 3:51 to decide what happens.
Great action for the Timber Cup. Fans definitely appreciating some excellent hockey here at the Mariners Center in Yarmouth.
Here we go. West Kings Wolverines have 2 minutes or less on the power play. Good job by Eastern Shore to immediately get it out of the zone. We'll see how much they press offensively down a man. Still really needing some goals. Here comes Wolverines. That shot going wide. Bounces right back out. Wolverines still have it. West Kings back up to the blue line. Swings and misses for strike one. Wolverines cross-ice pass, but that puck too high for anything Tringle to do with it. He still has it, though. Tringle still with it. Passing it low. That cross-ice pass blocked and comes all the way out of the zone. West Kings still trying to carry it through. Here comes the Wolverines. Wolverines with it. West Kings maintaining pressure. Good job by Eastern Shore. Another good block. It's Etheridge with it now. Sends it over to Tringle. Back to Etheridge. Etheridge shot kicked aside by Petit. Rebound can't be corralled. Still loose, back up to the point. Etheridge, that shot high and into the glass. West Kings Wolverines. Cross-ice pass going wide. Held in at the blue line. Eastern Shore comes up with it. They dump it in. It's a Coyote with a chance of the comeback, but good job by Ferguson not to panic. Sends it behind to his D-man. Penalty about to expire. Just 2 minutes left. Here comes Wolverines once again. We're back to even strength. Eastern Shore needs to push here. Needing 2 goals to advance. Tringle with it now. Trying to push it through. That one's going to be offside, though, for another face-off. Minute 29 left. You got to think goaltender Petit's going to be making his way to the bench as soon as Eastern Shore can get it into the offensive zone.
Absolutely. You wonder as well if Eastern Shore's going to call their timeout.
You would think maybe. We'll see. Team players seem to be taking their time getting to the dot, but nope, seems they're going to go.
Okay. Here we go.
Eastern Shore carrying it through. Can't get it past the Wolverines. And there goes Petit. Halfway there.
Waiting for Eastern Shore to take control of the puck here.
He's waiting there, but that delay, it's just I would think you would rather make a decision to get that 6-man out there. Coming in the final minute of play.
Last minute of play in the third
Coming
period.
that much more desperate for Eastern Shore. Puck loose, sent away by Ferguson.
What a save.
They take a shot at the empty net. 40 seconds left. At this point, I think the only Eastern Shore can do is ruin the West Kings' chances. Still with it now, centering pass. Can't get through the bodies behind the net. Shot deflected wide. Eastern Shore still with it now. Centering pass. Sent in towards the net. Now it's behind. Trying to push it in. Can't get through. Eastern Shore centering pass deflected away by the Wolverines. One more shot. Can't get through the bodies. Another one directed through. That one goes wide. And that'll do it. The West Kings Wolverines advance to the semifinals.
What a game.
It came down to the final game, but with that tie and period win, West Kings Wolverines earned 2.5. And unfortunately for Eastern Shore, they get 2.5 as well. They fall 1.5 points back, so congratulations to NDA, CBHECA, Eagle Huskies. You're advancing to the semifinals.
Wow. Unreal.
Fantastic game from both of these guys. As final handshakes going on now between the two teams. We'll wait until player of the game announcements before we finish our wrap up. But man, what a way to end the round robin.
15 amazing games played over the course of yesterday and today. Any predictions for the players of the game, CJ?
Oh, well, I mean, I think you got to give it to Ferguson and net for West Kings Wolverines.
No doubt.
So we have Sydney Academy and the Eagle Huskies will be playing in Arena 1. So the Battle of Cape Breton here at Timber Cup. And we'll have West Kings Wolverines versus Bayview. That's a rematch of last year's final.
That's right.
So two exciting teams that know each other pretty well.
A fantastic game to end our round robin.
I'm not confident enough to make a prediction on Eastern Shore.
It's a tough one.
I can't quite remember who the goal scorers were off the top of my head.
Now time for our players of the game. The player of the game for Eastern Shore is number 13, Bailey Karsten.
He was the first goal scorer.
Yes.
So he was the one who initially gave Eastern Shore the chance to advance. So makes sense that he would be player of the game again. I'm going to guess it's Bobby Ferguson.
The player of the game for West Kings is number 30, Bobby
Great
Ferguson.
I mean, he saved the game in
No
that
doubt.
second period.
Without him, I'm not sure the Wolverines move
The
on.
semifinals will be held
Congratulations to both players of the game.
Fantastic work. If you're Eastern Shore, a heck of a tournament. It hurts to come so close and fall short.
No doubt.
But again, we got 3 more fantastic games coming up tomorrow. Join us 9 a.m. for the first semifinal, 9:15 for the second. CJ and Francis on the call for this one. Hope you join us tomorrow for the more Timber Cup action brought to you by MC Media.